I don't need someone else at that time and place
Speaking for you.
speaking for me or bringing it up in a way that's going to be different than the way I want to articulate it. So I thought I have to get in here and say it before someone else does.
I see. I get, so, I was trying to like put myself in both, because I was watching Heather and then watching you. So Heather Dubrow, I think she felt very attacked, confronted, right? And she did come off defensive. And a little, I could tell it was probably hard for her to be really sensitive in that moment because she felt very attacked, right? So, but I thought your feelings were valid. I thought you were justified in communicating how you felt, but it wasn't being taken, I think, in the way that you wanted it to be.
No, I really in my head thought that it would have been more of a bonding experience between two friends, because I feel like I made it clear that I didn't think Heather did anything malicious.
Right. It wasn't intentional, like I'm going to make Emily feel bad about herself.
Right. And I never felt that or thought that. But I think as friends on a show where we're supposed to share our opinions and how we feel, that it was necessary that if she's my friend, that I shared that with her. Of course, hindsight's 20/20. Now I look back, I'm like, well, I should have asked her to go sit somewhere together, the two of us. But I really was concerned that it was going to get brought up by somebody else.
Right. Even if I'm curious, because even if you had taken her aside, she still might have got a little defensive.
I think so too. I think even if I would have asked her, hey, do you want to go over here and sit? I don't think the conversation would have been different. I do think Alexis being there in that group.
We're going to talk about that in a second.
Okay.
What I don't understand is when Alexis inserted herself and made it completely about her. And now that I brought into this, no, you weren't brought into this. All you said was, I think you had just referred to an Alexis's dress. That was it.
That was it.
It was like 5 words.
Only reference I made to her, and the only time I said her name was that one sentence making reference to just the 2 dresses. That was it.
And now she's involved. She is suddenly about
she was
her.
Like, you are the one who brought me into this, and I'm a broken bird, and you brought me. No, everybody else was like, she didn't bring you into this. Oh, yes, she did. It's just because you used her name.
And I'm sorry, when she walked in and she was having a bad day and she was moody, and what was going on?
Okay, I'll tell you what was going on. Because first of all, they can't show everything. We were there for hours and hours at Jen's house because when Alexis first got there, she kept going on and on about how something was going on, but she couldn't talk about it. So I'm no joke. We all sat around
Cryptic.
for a good 45 minutes while everyone was like, well, what is it? Well, what is it? Well, just say it. Well, what is it? I can't talk about it. I'm talking like I lost a part of my life that I can never get back. I was so irritated. And then finally, she did say something. They didn't show it, but it was about the lawsuit. It was about the fact that John had actually, because up to this point, it had only been a demand letter, right? And they were just negotiating. He had actually filed a lawsuit against Shannon, and I believe that was coming out in People, because they file a lawsuit and then they give it to People magazine.
I see.
Why is that so traumatizing for Alexis?
I don't know, because that is an overt act that you did yourself, that you put it out there. He filed, you give it to People, it gets disseminated.
And she's the victim.
And then you're the victim and you're stressing about it and you have to bring us all into it.